Should we get straight onto the fight on Saturday?
Oh,
I was so gutted, man.
gutted.
Good
I
guy.
like Fury, don't get me wrong. But, like, you know, when you're going, he's a sausage.
Yeah.
He's a gap tooth ugly sausage. Yeah? Well, turns out the sausage was a bit of a banger when it banged him out.
He went a bit far headbutting
Yeah.
that guy,
So
didn't
maybe that'll humble him a bit. Do you know what I mean? His corner, all of them, like, he didn't know who to listen to, Fury. You got his dad in the background, do you know what I mean? And he's trying to listen to his trainer, and then, do you know?
But I don't think it'd be for the unification, I heard.
No?
Nah. So he might think, well, I'm not even fighting for any belts. What's the point?
Yeah. So this week we delve into a shocking revelation about a man once celebrated as Britain's kindest plumber.
Should we speak about each one?
Well, we can do, yeah, we can
Before
do.
we go in on it, like, this guy's not done all bad. Like,
No,
obviously
no,
he's
this
helped.
misuse of funds. Mr. Anderson admitted to using DEFRA's funds to purchase a house and a car. The house is rented out to a family member, raising questions about the appropriate use of donations meant for the community aid.
Listen to me, I'm not sending my kids to school.
Why? Why would you do that?
School's a waste of time, then you're tied to it.
How about social skills? Right, yeah, right. You wait, right? Because, like, you've not even got a kid yet, right? Wait until you've had them for 5 years, then you'll want them to fuck off every day. All right?
Hello, welcome to
Off the job!
Overtime, where there's banter and your stories shared. Please be warned, there may be some general explicit content. Right, welcome to Overtime episode 19. I've got my special guest, Pete, with us.
Oh, he's special.
How
Morning.
are you feeling today? You
Afternoon
all right?
and evening.
Afternoon, evening, good night.
Yeah. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You?
Yeah.
How's your coffee that Abigail made?
Lovely. It's a very nice coffee.
Very nice.
Yeah. She thought she was just going to get away with making herself one, but then we all went, yeah, I'll have one, I'll have one, I'll have one.
Oh, talking of coffees and teas, pissing in mine.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good video,
It
that.
was, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was, when I see that, I thought, who thought of that? How did you remember that clip?
I just see the clip because they was going to do the clip, and I went, be quite good, wouldn't it, if we, like, you know, pissed in it.
That was good. Did you, should we get straight onto the fight on Saturday?
Oh,
Did you watch it?
the fight.
Yeah.
The fight. God.
I was so gutted, man.
Gutted.
Yeah, that Fury didn't win.
I wasn't.
He's British. You got to
So?
back the British. Usyk's a good guy.
I like Fury, don't get me wrong, but, like, you know, when you're going, he's a sausage.
Yeah.
He's a gap tooth ugly sausage. Yeah? Well, turns out the sausage was a bit of a banger when it banged him out. And you got his dad in the back, oh, fighting man, fighting man, fighting man. He's embarrassing, isn't he?
He went a bit far headbutting that guy,
So
didn't
maybe that'll humble him a bit. Do you know what I mean?
I honestly think, I thought Fury won at the end. It
What?
was a close fight.
Oh, what, you mean in the decision? No
Yeah,
way, mate.
yeah,
It was
I thought he won,
Mate,
but
no,
most
it
people
weren't.
thought Usyk won.
It wasn't, mate. It was like, it was tight. It was a tight fight. And because he was started to showboat, and then when he got knocked, banged on the eye, that changed it, didn't it? And then that round, that was the round that lost it for him, wasn't it? You know, that was the round.
I think he could have pressured Usyk more
His corner.
with the uppercuts and stuff. He was getting through with that.
Yeah, did you see his corner though? His corner, all of them, like, he didn't know who to listen to, Fury. You got his dad in the background, do you know what I mean? And he's trying to listen to his trainer, and then, do you know, and then he wished everyone a happy new year at the end.
He must have not been with it.
But I did think whether or not he's like, his mind wasn't right there, or like where he'd been knocked senseless in the round 9. I don't think it was like, you know, I thought it was a bit in bad taste, him saying, like, there's a war in the Ukraine.
But that must have been the first thought that come to his head, because normally you say what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So
Like, mate, you lost the fight. You've got decisions before that were, like,
he will regret
questionable. Do you know what I mean? There was decisions in previous fights that were questionable. Nagano, wasn't there? And the Wilder fight, that was questionable. Don't get me wrong, he bashed up Wilder in the other fights, but he's had questionable, and that was one of the ones that went against him, which I think was rightly so.
I think if he won, he was going to retire. He just don't seem like he really wants to come back. Even before the fight, they were saying, because people were saying, oh, if you win, you have to fight Joshua to be, like, declared. He's like, well, Usyk beat him twice. Why do I need to? So I actually think he was going to retire.
The thing is with it, I thought Usyk was going to win because Usyk is the out and out fighter now, isn't he?
I
You
knew
look
he
at
could do it.
Tyson, he's doing the showbiz thing at home with the Furies and all this malarkey. His eye ain't completely focused on the boxing. He loves the boxing.
Doesn't he?
He's a fighting man, like he says. But Usyk is a sold-out professional. You can't knock him. He's come from cruiserweight. He's done cruiserweight. He's come up a weight, and then he's bashed him up as well. Like man's a champion, isn't he? He's a proper. He's a bit of stone, isn't he? He's a bit of stone, Usyk.
You look at the size
different breed over there,
he looked tiny, didn't he, compared to him?
Yeah, but they're a
like
different breed, didn't they? Different breed, those like Ukrainian and Russian types and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that Eastern European bloc, Soviet bloc.
Because he even missed his I don't know if his son or daughter he had, but he missed the birth of his kid.
Did he?
On the last fight, and then it got cancelled. So he missed his kid's birth, and then it got cancelled. So he had to stay in camp that whole time, and missed his kid's birth.
That's fully focused.
So he deserved it. Didn't he?
Yeah.
I hope they have the rematch.
I think he's just a really humble guy. That are really humble, and he's you know what I mean. He's not like.
You do realise you're talking about yourself here.
Yes, I very feel. But I think he's a humble guy, and whereas Tyson, I know it's all about the showbiz and the hype and like the.
I think deep down
hype
Tyson's
up the
good.
boxing. Yeah, and Tyson is a good fighter. Yeah, and he was a deserved champion of what he's done. But I think Usyk was the better man on the night, and I just think as a sole professional boxer, Usyk is that real deal, isn't he?
I think Fury would win the rematch.
Well, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Unless he really goes and he forgets all this like shouting, slagging off, and just gets on with focusing on the fight and wanting to beat him up instead of all that. Because all that trash talk, you just look stupid in the end, don't you? You look stupid, and he's like I say, I think he should just lose his dad out there as well. That ain't no good. You know what I mean? Build up to the fight and his dad's headbutting someone. What's that going to do for you as well? Like thinking, oh, my dad's created a scene again. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Why?
I don't think the rematch.
Could somebody stop giving him booze? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it's just like he headbutted the geezer and come off worse as well. That was the funny thing about it, wasn't it?
That's karma, isn't it? Right there.
It's unbelievable.
But I don't think it'd be for the unification. I heard.
No.
Nah. So he might think, well, I'm not even fighting for any belts. What's the point?
But he's already said he don't need the money. He just fights for the fighting, doesn't he?
He likes it.
If he likes fighting, he enjoys it. That's why he does it.
But I reckon he could go down a slippery road. If he don't refight him, like rematch him, because he's gone down that road before, I think mentally it will get to him and he might.
Yeah, well, the thing is that it's all about the money, and everyone wanted to see a Joshua. Everyone still will want to see a Tyson Joshua fight.
I think that will happen. It's got to.
They just want to see a Tyson Joshua fight. Everyone wants to see that and know what would be the outcome of that. We all want to know that outcome, don't we? Definitely. I think Joshua might just beat him now. If before the fight, if he'd have fought Joshua before Usyk, I think it would have been probably Fury. But now, like Joshua's going to be like, I can take him, and Fury's thinking, well, maybe I ain't that good anymore. You know what I mean?
His mind's got to be in it. Did you do anything else the weekend? I smashed my mate at darts. I was well shot.
That's a transition, isn't it? You smashed your mate at darts.
Because I went round this to watch the fight and we played darts.
Yeah, what did you get as a high score?
High score?
What was your high score?
We played 1st to 5. I didn't even know we was playing 1st to 5. Like, he's a lot better than me as well. And obviously we've got a dartboard upstairs and we practice.
Yeah. But I beat you all the time though,
I went 3... Yeah, but we play round the world. It's not the same.
I'll still beat you at
We play a normal game today.
We'll beat you at a normal game.
So I was 3-0 up.
Yeah.
Then it went to 4-3 to him. Then I won 5-4.
What was your high score? The chalkboard was just full up of numbers. It was just a long... And he was only on 301.
Like 120 or something.
Did you start 501 or 301?
501.
Bet you had your calculators out and everything, didn't you? You had your calculators out and everything, didn't you?
I'll beat you today and we'll put it up.
You had your calculators out, didn't you? You're just going, what's the finish on that one?
Should we have a bet?
Best finish. I bet you got a little finishing card as well, wouldn't you? What, best way finishing.
Let's have a bet. Who wins the...
I'll beat you, mate. I'll smash you up, you sausage.
We'll put it on the podcast.
I'll smash you up, you sausage.
This is where he's going the wrong way now. He's going to lose.
Hey, you're an ugly bum. I'll beat you, you sausage.
£10 bet.
£10.
First to free.
First to free, yeah.
Yeah.
Sausage.
What's that? Yeah, we just shook on it.
Just for our listeners and sponsors, we do not advocate betting.
501 first to free, £10.
501. Bloody hell, Kieran.
I'll be down in 3 shots.
All right, yeah, we'll see.
All right, moving on.
Sausage. Moving on, yeah, go on then.
Have you seen the movement on the tool theft? The petition.
44,254. Slow down, innit?
It's hard though, isn't it?
We need more.
I reckon that protest is going to make a difference. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. It needs more. There's a lot of getting a bit more. It is getting a lot more coverage.
What's
But
it
you'd
been,
think
about
the
2
numbers
months?
would jump a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
You'd think you'd have a bit of the amount of people in this world, and there's
I know.
people just don't sign it.
No, because it doesn't affect them. It don't affect them.
Then you've got that topic, people paying people money, but we'll go on to that at the end. But fair play to Schweb. He's
he's
hopefully
relentless on it, and yeah,
So
we're
when
still
this
pushing it. So yeah, like get the petition signed. We'll put it's in our bio, innit? The petition. It's in our bio. Go to the bio, sign the petition. It takes 1 minute just to stop tools being sold at boot sales throughout the UK because we need to try and nip this.
And we're both going to the protest in London. So
3rd
if you
of June,
want
innit? 3rd of June.
come
in
with
London.
us, 3rd of June, give us a message.
Yeah, Kieran's got a camper van. So it's like we'll sleep in there.
We're going in a separate van. I suppose more vans are better.
Yeah, they want to see the green machine there, mate. You know what I mean? They want to see the green machine. Nobody's robbing that.
No, that should be a good day though, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that's when this comes out, it's next Monday, isn't it? Depends when you watch it. But so we've got some comments on the overtime episode, the last one. Yeah. That's the first time we've really got comments on ours. It's normally on the guests, isn't it? So people might be nice to us.
What? Colin Jones?
Yeah, you're on the yellow, aren't you?
1798. Just pissed myself laughing at you, pair. Great show, cheering me up. Been on right downer, but you two really cheers me up. Thanks very much, mate.
Thanks, Colin.
If we can bring a little light.
I thought I'd send you asleep, not wake you up.
Well, no, you're all right, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? No, yeah, it's that's what we're all about, isn't it? We're banter, you know what I mean? We'll try and bring a little joy in whichever way you take it, you know what I mean?
Sometimes we go off tangent.
Sometimes. We're talking about wet the beds and all that sort of stuff, don't we? But, you know.
We're learning a lot about each other, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Then we've got the Talking Tradesman episode. We've got some comments on that show. At Aaron.j, nice analogy, but some people don't wake up every day with a full health bar.
Yeah. See,
I don't remember him saying that you wake up with a...
No, he didn't. But what you got to see here, right, then, so... Aaron, that's the thing. You've got to sort of I think you've got to change your mindset. So you've got to wake up each day thinking that you have got a full health bar in you. Do you know what I mean? Even today's a new day. I'm not knocking anyone here on that, you just got to try and change your mindset to think today's a new day. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to have a good one, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'll start fresh.
I think you need to find what makes you...
You know, it's hard because if you've got stuff going on in the background or you've got stuff that's over you, you're going to feel like shit in the morning, ain't you? But just try and I
think find something in the morning that helps you get to that full health bar.
I think the main thing that people worry about is money, innit? That's the main thing. But at the end of the day,
I think sleep's a massive thing.
If you ain't got the money, no one can take anything from you, can they?
Sleep's a massive thing. Even just getting the right amount of sleep, you'll wake up better.
You only need 6. You only need 6
Says
hours.
the person that starts waking up at 1 o'clock, he says.
Yeah, I'm awake now, ain't I? Look, it's not 1 o'clock now.
Should we start recording after 1 then?
No, God, should you imagine what I'll be like after 1 o'clock? Oh.
5 coffees.
You'll be climbing the walls, mate. Do you know what I mean? You div. Language switcher. Experts.
That's not nice, is it? Calling someone a div?
I'm calling you a div.
Oh, you calling me a div?
Yeah.
I thought you called Robbie a div.
Language switcher. No, you've already insulted him this morning. he offered Robbie to do the. He said, "Robbie, do you want to do the overtime episode?" And Robbie was like, "Yeah, I'll step in. I'll blag it." And then Kieran just went, "No, we don't want to lose any more viewers." I was like, what? You can't say that to poor Robbie. Why would you do that?
You're beefing it up too much.
Well, no, I mean, like, you know, he's a bit out of order though, wasn't it? You hyped him up, got him all ready for it, and then you just kicked him right in the nuts.
Oh, Robbie, he's getting bullied this week.
Not by
It's
me.
me this week.
I'm backing up Kieran.
Right,
I'm not backing up Kieran. I'm backing up Robbie.
Go back to your comment.
Right. So, there's like, please don't interrupt when I'm sharing something. Yeah. John Ward 5006. So he brings those dark times and moments back from nearly 40 years ago. It was only after previously sharing a mate's experience of his breakdown that saved me. So he's talking about, he's opening up. He's talking about stuff, isn't he? I guess. Yeah. With what
That's
he was
what
saying.
people say. It's the main thing, isn't it? To open up.
Yeah, open up and talk. And,
Not everyone has someone to open up to. That's the problem, isn't it?
No.
That's why you have these numbers where you can call and.
Yeah. I mean.
So I think you got to. There is someone you can speak to, you're quite lucky that.
Yeah, well, even if you got people around you, they say, don't they? You could be like there. You could be in the most crowded room in the world with all your mates, but still feel the most loneliest.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because that's the way mental health can affect you. You know, it's just either in you, it's training yourself in it to do things. It's like anything in it. It's like I don't know. You might be scared of heights. It's anything like that. If you're scared of heights, you've just got to try and overcome your fears, ain't you? And not being able to talk to somebody is a fear, isn't it? Yeah, that's a fear, whatever way you look at it. And it's just overcoming your fears, opening up, and then, like, you know, getting
being
used to
outside
it.
your comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
People stay in their shell. We've got NJ Tiff Plumbing and Heating. Russ is a top guy. Great guest to have on.
Yeah, Russ is a good guy. Yeah, good guy. He shared a lot of he shared some funny stories, didn't he? Some good funny stories there, and some deep stuff as well. Which yeah, and his podcast is a great podcast as well. So we'll support each other in his podcast community. So yeah, it was great to have Russ on. Great guest. Hello, you wonderful listeners and watchers. Just pumping the brakes on this exciting episode to let you know about Kieran's app that's changing the game in the gas certificate world.
If you're sick and tired of doing gas certificates on paper, then Gas Certificate app is your way forward. But it wouldn't be an app worth talking about if that's it. With no hassle, you can manage your diaries, invoices and quotes for all your jobs, so you'll never be chasing paperwork again.
Don't forget those boiler manuals. I can tell you how many times I've been looking at a boiler and thinking, what the? Thankfully, the in-app boiler manuals have saved me and got me out of quite the pinch.
If it's helped Pete here, then Gas Certificate app will definitely help you, especially with its easy-to-use gas reg calculator and the extremely handy ability to duplicate certs. Brilliant for when you're doing your annual services on previous jobs.
And for the icing on the cake, it has a complete offline mode. So if you're on a job in the middle of nowhere or servicing a boiler in the basement of a building with no signal, you've still got access to everything the app has to offer to keep you working hard.
So click the link down below or in the description. Use the code POD30 to get 30% off yearly subscriptions. That's for all new users. That's POD30 for 30% off our yearly subscriptions for new users. We've had an interesting message from an anonymous listener.
Yeah. You want me to read this one,
Yeah,
don't
go
you?
on.
That's why it's in yellow. Right, yeah. Bit hard, there's no
I
punctuation.
think these messages, we need to like punctuate it before. It makes it so hard, doesn't it?
Right.
Do you want me to quickly do it for you? Have we got a pen?
I can do it. I'm as good at English, innit? I feel I'm at school.
Listen, me, I'm not sending my kids to school.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because school's a waste of time. Then you're tied to it.
How about social skills?
Yeah, you still do. Yeah, I know. You got to take them to group things. I'll take them to like group things so they have social skills, but not going Monday to Friday to school. Like say talking about algebra.
Right, yeah, right. You wait, right? Because like you've not even got a kid yet, right? Wait until you've had them for 5 years, then you'll want them to fuck off every day. All right. Don't give it all that. Are you recording this? Yeah, record it. Keep it in. Yeah. I love people who haven't got kids yet, and they say, "What I'm gonna do." Right, with my children, like I'm not gonna feed them this. They're gonna go to bed at night at a specific time.
Yeah, but anything's possible.
And then what?
I can homeschool kids.
Mate, you
I've
don't.
got a D in maths.
What? Do you know what I mean? It's like you're talking on something you have no experience in.
Yeah, but I've just got to go for it. So I can only experience it when I do
Okay,
it.
we'll see how you get on. I hope we're still running in 5-6 years' time, like when you've got a child, and we'll see how you get on, and then see how you get on with your fucking 8 hours sleep a night as well, you dick.
I'm doing it. I'll do it. We'll watch this back and I'll do it.
Yeah, well, we'll watch it back, mate. Yeah, hopefully it makes you.
Why are you getting aggy about
mate,
it?
No. I
want to homeschool my kids.
I think it's unrealistic.
People do it.
I know they do it, but you're saying it as if this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
As if you know yourself in 5 years' time or 6 years' time.
You've got to manifest.
And you've not had any kids, and you've not grown, you've not got weaker in your legs and your body, and do you know what I mean? And you've not got as many stresses at the moment. But wait,
I have got stresses.
Wait until you got a couple of kids under your fucking belt, mate. You know what I mean?
Can you chill out, mate?
Unbelievable. I speak from an experienced parent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I got three of them. I got three,
your
mate.
Experience. Have you tried
Love it.
homeschooling?
He's probably one of them like people that own a dog, isn't they? Like, people that have like kids, right? They talk about their kids, right? And then a dog owner will come in and go, "Oh yes, I want to
homeschool my kids.
We have the same problem in the
And now,
behaviour."
this is how he goes off. This is what I have to put up with.
Benji is like that. Benji, yeah, he won't do as he's told. No,
me saying about homeschooling my kids has made him go on a rant.
Hey, you know what I mean?
I bet you another tenner that I homeschool my kids.
What? You won't have a tenner when you got kids. You won't be able to pay me. Unbelievable. Oh, the naivety of you.
We're going to live in my van. We're going to live in my van.
You won't have that van anymore, mate. You won't be able to afford it. You better hope this really kicks off this podcast, I tell you.
Honestly, I think if it was allowed, I'd say, come look after my nephew for one night.
Who said I'm going to be looking after the kid? Who said I'm going to be doing it?
Oh, he's one of them ones. Oh, yes, I just let her deal with all that.
I'll be working.
Yeah, I'll be working. Oh, caveman. Oh, Kieran, you're showing your colours. Oh.
Who's putting the food on the table?
What is people going to say? He's done it now. Oh, we really found out what he's like. Oh. God, Jesus crikey. Oh,
yeah, Lid, you're staying at home looking after the kids and cooking.
Tie it to the sink! Tie it to the sink! We'll put the kids in a pen. And then you can pick up their doo-doo after. Oh, no, that's how you do it with dogs.
It's like having a pet, innit? Just leave them at home and just...
We'll just let them graze in the garden. What is wrong with you? Jesus. But now you know what Kieran's like.
I thought this episode was going to be boring. I didn't know it's going to spark off me talking about homeschooling kids.
The thing is, though, it's not you homeschooling them, is it, though?
No.
Oh, well, I'm not going to
homeschool them.
I don't know maths, English and science, do I?
My children will be homeschooled, and I'll make sure that she homeschools them.
She's stupid as well.
Oh no! Well, I think, Kieran, you have just right
I'm digging
there,
myself
right
a bigger hole.
Right there, you have just right there in that sentence, you have just verbally. What?
Right, I think I'm going to have to leave now.
He's what? Hang on. Contracepted himself. He's verbally contracepted himself. She's stupid as well.
Should we cut all this out?
No, we are not.
I ain't even said that bad. It ain't been that bad. I'm not slating women. I'm slating my own girlfriend.
That makes it all right then.
I didn't even say much. I basically said I was stupid. I said she's stupid as well.
You might want to. Yeah. Okay. You might want to shut up now.
Can I do a conclusive?
Are we going to cut it? Kieran's going to cut things now, right? Do you know what I mean? Constantly, every 5 minutes through the episode now, I'm going to say, yeah, he's cut a load of stuff out.
Right, should we go back onto the...
Right, yeah, yeah. Where were we? Right, okay. Right, message from a listener. Hi, I hope you don't mind me messaging you. I work in mental health and my colleague has recently done a pod with you. I just wanted to say I rate what you are doing, witnessing how men suffer, and I'm going against my gender. This is a lady. The pressure men feel to work hard, provide and be men is unreal, and mainly when they're suffering and still be the man's man. I feel women have a big part to play in men feel they're failing. Yes, in our grandparents' era, they work and paid the bills, work hard, but that was to keep a home running, children fed. Now women want men to work more to pay so they can live above their means and demand more than kick off because they're not home. Their feelings dismissed, being told to man up or constantly being told they're weak. Being hounded at work, then making mistakes because they're trying to get home. Women openly talk to their friends. If something stresses them out or if they're upset, men fear talking to other men. Don't want to be seen weak or under the thumb. Women need to see what they do. Ooh. Deep, that is
she's
deep.
backing women. Can I just
And
make a
she's
point?
backing women. Yeah, go on.
Because basically what we were just laughing and joking about sort of in lines with this. I just want to confirm that I'm not like, oh, the woman. I didn't even say this, by the way.
We know.
The only reason I'd want, say, a woman to be at home is to make things easy. If you're both working, it's stressful.
Let me just say something. Right? And I'm a very big believer in this, right? There is nothing wrong with a couple, right? There is nothing wrong with a man and a woman, yeah, being married, yeah. And if the woman chooses to stay at home, yeah, and the man goes to work, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman choosing to be a homemaker. We're not allowed to use that anymore. There's nothing wrong with a woman being part of the team at home, doing the things with the kids, doing the washing, the hoovering, whatever, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not sexist, right? That's how some couples choose to live. And then the old man will come home and then he'll interact with the kids and he might help out around the house. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not being a weak man. There's nothing wrong with that old style family unit. There is nothing wrong with that. And people choose to say that it's sexist, that a man expects it. Well, if a man's going to work all day, yeah, and if a woman's just sat at home on her ass watching fucking Jeremy Kyle and fucking the washing's piling up and all that, a man who's been at work all day is entitled to think, hang on a minute, what have you been doing? Because there's nothing fucking wrong with that. Nothing. And that isn't misogynistic either. There is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Yeah, because I get pissed off with fucking blokes being labelled sexist because they're at work all day and the woman is at home and she's a lazy fucker and don't do nothing. Yeah, and lets the kids run fucking feral. Yeah, my wife was at home and she was fucking running around and teaching my kids and doing this and keeping home and that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that at all. So get this label of calling men sexist because they go to work and they just expect a team player at home. Nothing wrong with it. Mate, you're right. Are we all right with that?
Yeah, so the only reason I'd like that scenario.
Listen,
can you let me finish, please?
1 second. Just let me add to it. Yeah. If the lady is at home and she's working, and she's got a full-time job, and the bloke's got a full-time job, they come together. They do the stuff at home together. They work as a team. That's how it works. You know. I understand. Lots of women are professional now and they work. So carry on.
Yeah. The only reason I would prefer a woman being at home because it takes the stress off. If you're both working and you've got to go home, do all the washing, the clothes and all that, it adds extra stress on your relationship. Where if someone's at home 24/7, well, not 24/7, but at home all day, that has the time to do all that, it's less stress in the evenings and weekends for you both.
Yeah, but in
That's the only reason I'd do it.
today's society, the real thing is that a lot of women have to work now. So that they both have to work because it's expensive.
Cost of living,
yeah. So if you're both going to work and then the bloke comes home and then he's still expecting the woman to run around and do everything while sitting on his arse, then that is a sexist, chauvinist pig. Do you know what I mean? So,
there's different aspects of it.
Yeah.
But did we go off that message?
But we did go off it. But back to that comment, there are a lot of women who are out on coffee mornings and want to go out in the Range Rover and want the old man to like provide and then dig him out and that. And that happens. I see that happening. And there's a lot of pressure on the man to provide this like, what would you call it? Extravagant lifestyle for their lady at home, yeah, and she's getting her nails done and all that, and then she puts pressure on him and that and causes him shit. But men, as in general, when they've got problems, they don't want to share it with their mates because, like they say, they feel weak. You don't have to feel weak.
I'd love to speak to a guy. I don't know anyone personally. Do you know anyone that is a husband that is a house husband? And
House
wife goes to
husband.
work?
I did. I'll tell you what.
That's Robbie's ultimate dream.
I met
me in 5 years.
Is that what you want to do?
That's what you
House
wanna-
husband, yeah.
Oh, you're getting sacked.
Why
You
not?
don't want to work.
If my girlfriend came forward and said, I earn enough money for you to sit at home and be a house husband and make sure the house is all right,
Would you do that?
happily.
I don't think I could do that.
I met a taxi driver once, right? This might be controversial. And he said he's just gone back to taxi driving after bringing his kids up, right? This is absolutely true. He had 2 or 3 kids, right? His wife was a doctor, yeah? She went to work. He was a house husband. I went, did you like it? He went, loved it. Easiest job in the world. That's what he said. He said, it's easier than doing this now. He goes, I loved every minute of like bringing my kids up while my wife went to work as a doctor and brought home a wage that would provide for us both. He goes, and she understood that I was the team player there, where I did everything at home, got the dinner ready and all that. It roles reversed, and that's what he said to me. And then after they left home or whatever, he went out to work to make a bit of extra money and like, do you know what I mean? So,
Do you know one thing I notice is the washing, even just for 2 people. You have a lot of washing. Imagine having like 2, 3 kids. Like that's.
I know it's mental.
Constant.
The amount of washing that kids make is unbelievable.
Yeah, you got the school clothes in after the.
Oh, is that why you don't want to go to school? You save on the washing, do you? You want to save on the washing and the washing powder. Right,
You can only wear one set of clothes all week.
All right, okay, right. Let's.
Should we go to some light? We've got question of the week. Is how do you balance the demands of work with personal life, especially during busy seasons? We've got PB plumber, swim before work, gym after work, and try and only work 1 to 2 hours a day. LOL. It's not a bad life, is
It's
it?
all right as a social media plumber, isn't it? Eh? It's all right. That's what they do. The old social media plumbers.
Basically
They work a
said
couple
what
of
he
hours a
does.
day, you know. The other couple of hours they're editing, you know, made it for the YouTube channel. Right, but no, he's like exercise is good for the mind, isn't it?
100%.
That's,
You need to get into that.
I
don't you?
do. I was like, expecting to do a load of press ups today when I walked in, but nobody was doing it, so I just sat down.
If you lived this way, then you could have come with me in the mornings.
Yeah,
Or at least
never know.
be there at the same time.
Never know. One day, eh? Never know.
Just a little bit far, isn't it?
Might swim over the bridge one day. Swim over the bridge.
Swim on the Thames.
Swim
as you
under the
warm up.
bridge. Right. CP Utility Solutions. Chigs, I hammer it during the week, but the weekends are for me and my family. Right and all, mate. Yeah. Right and all.
That's hard to maintain as well. Like if you're a self-employed tradesman to not have to work weekends, I think that's good.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not even about the money. Sometimes as a self-employed tradesman, it's not even about the money working weekends. It's about just getting jobs out the way. Like some of them are just like...
Sometimes you've got no choice.
You got no
have you?
choice because of the demand.
Unless
and
you
if
say no.
You don't. Yeah, you can say no, but then a lot of people, they don't want to let... Because what they're doing, they're always thinking, oh, if I let that customer down, then I'm going to lose a customer. And then what will happen in a few months' time when the work's a bit dry and stuff? And you're always thinking, well, I don't want to let them... Me, I don't ever think it now. I just think, you know what I mean? If I don't want to work, I don't want to work. I don't generally work weekends. Do you know what I mean? If I work a weekend, it's because I probably want to, not because I have to. Do you know what I mean? Go on. Who's next?
Yeah, Great Scott Plumbing and Heating. Simple answer, I don't. I sleep when I'm dead. Scott is a savage, isn't he?
Scott is a savage, and Scott has his reasons for working as hard and as long as he does. And
yeah, he don't stop, does he? I don't know how people do it. Like he's constant.
He's
isn't he?
constant. He's the thing with Scott is I love Scott. He's one of my good friends, and he is he is OCD, artistic, and he's one of them people who likes to see perfection in his work as well. So the average boiler for somebody what might take so and so, it will take Scott longer because his pride in his work is there as well. But he'll work. He just works and works, doesn't he? He's just all for just like, you know, grafting and having to deal with what he's, you know, his lifestyle. So, you know, it's not, you know, some people have to, don't they? It's like I said before, some people say about you'll get dads and saying, "Oh, I don't want to work the weekend because like I want to be with my family." Well, that's not always the case for some people. Some people have to work. Some people have to. They ain't got a choice. They'd love to be with their families all weekend. Do you know what I mean? They love it. But some people just have to work to survive, and that is it. That's, you know, not everybody. I was saying this the other week. Not everybody's situation is the same, and just because you have to work at the weekend doesn't mean you're a shit plumber, a shit tradesman, or whatever, or you're not successful. It just means your situation's different to other people. That's all it is.
Next comment.
Who's it? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Pentagon carpentry and joinery. Easy. You don't. One suffers for the other. Rinse and repeat.
Another hard worker.
Yeah.
Basically saying he don't stop.
Yeah.
ED PPM Limited just refuse to work weekends and work longer in the week.
Don't always work like that. Some of us have some of us have commitments. Some of us like we're parted from our partners, which puts a different dynamic on everything. Do you know what I mean? From when you was living with your partner to when you're not now living with your partner, your dynamic from where my partner used to take the kids to school every day. Now she's got a job. Got my ex-partner now got a job that she has to commit to. So I have to share the responsibility of taking my kids to school. So I can't be on site every day at 9 o'clock because I got to take my kids to school. Yeah, that's a different dynamic, different situation. And I have to go and pick them up maybe every, like, earlier in the week at some points. Whole things change. When you got kids, changes, and not everyone's situation is the same. Somebody who hasn't got kids will be able to work as long as they want and earn more money, wouldn't they? Oh, that's great, isn't it? Oh, yeah, earn as much money as you can. Got no dependence on you. Earn as much money as you can. Do what you want.
And when you got a builder saying, I need that done by Monday, you got no choice.
Yeah. So, you know. Is this me as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
You with it today?
Madam Builders, work your backside off so you can afford to have a small bit of balance. Yeah. I mean, it's again, it's all down to your situation, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting one. So we have this is an interesting news story of the week. We actually asked this guy to come on the podcast.
We did ask him to come on the podcast when we heard about his charitable company.
Yeah, he basically has a charity for plumbing and heating works for the elderly, and he raises money through that charity to pay to be able to do these works for free. So the customers don't pay, but obviously he gets money from the charity money.
So do you want me to read the news story of the week then? So this is made national news, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. This is on BBC iPlayer.
Yeah. So this week we delve into a shocking revelation about a man once celebrated as Britain's kindest plumber, James Anderson. The founder of DEFA CIC, a social enterprise based in Burnley, has come under scrutiny for fabricating numerous stories of helping vulnerable people, exploiting their images without consent and misusing company funds. DEFA, a community interest company, was initially praised for its work during the UK's cost of living crisis, claiming to have assisted many by providing free food, paying utility bills and offering plumbing services at no cost. The firm became a social media sensation, raising at least £2 million in donations, with contributions from celebrities like Lily Allen, Samantha Giles and Hugh Grant. However, a BBC investigation has uncovered a disturbing pattern of deceit and fabricated stories. DEFA repeatedly posted false and misleading stories on social media. One egregious example, is that the right word? egregious example involved a claim that Mr. Anderson prevented an elderly woman from committing suicide. In reality, the woman had died years earlier.
Should we speak about each one?
Well, we can do, yeah, we can
Before
do.
we go in on it, like, this guy's not done all bad. Like,
No,
obviously he's helped.
this is the thing, innit? This is the thing, because the charity has done an awful lot to help people, innit? You can't. Let's not just like smear the whole reputation of the company.
He's just gone things around the wrong way, and
just some things have been a little bit, if you'd say, underhand to try and raise money in what we feel we're probably like going to contribute to something, and that's not right.
Yeah.
That fabricating a story.
So that's the first. Yeah, we go through that. So did you read that fabricated stories?
I did, yeah. I was shocked when I see it. I was like, Jesus! Like the woman that died, and what it is, you got to think about the family of this elderly woman, and they've been sent these posts of like, and there's false claims about her.
So basically, he's
if somebody sent a picture of my dad, right, and said that he tried to commit suicide, I'd be going absolutely fucking spare. I wouldn't care if it's a charity or what, I'd be going spare. I'd be going off the wall. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so break it down. He's basically used photos. He's done the jobs at these people's houses, but he's used the photos to almost create a clickbait to say this woman, he stopped her from dying.
Yeah.
And he attaches the GoFundMe link to that post.
Yeah.
And people donate money.
So people donate money because it's a sob story, and it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what he's
so
used.
He's making up these stories.
But he's used the picture several times on other posts, isn't he?
And over the years, he's repeated.
I don't understand how he thought he'd never get away with that.
He's a bit stupid. Like,
I mean, like, that's just carelessness or arrogance, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Right, number 2, exploitation of vulnerable people. The company used photos of vulnerable individuals without their consent. This includes a domestic abuse victim falsely accused of theft and a man in his 90s whose private details were shared against his wishes. Yeah, I see that, because the kid, the bloke in his 90s, he clearly said on camera, I don't want you...
Yeah,
because he asked him, he said, do you want me to put this on social media? He went, no, I don't want you to do it. And he did. And you can't really do that, can you? And then to put it out on social media of him saying that, I mean, that's just, again, that's stupidity in the highest, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Again, it's just a case of I'm not really giving a shit what he says. I'm just going to put it out anyway. Misuse of funds. Mr. Anderson admitted to using Defra's funds to purchase a house and a car. The house is rented out to a family member, raising questions about the appropriate use of donations meant for the community aid.
So he's used the money to buy a house for his family, and I think he had a car. What I think is, like, how much what I said earlier, he's basically created a well-paid job for himself using...
He's created a well-paid job for himself that helps many others.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not forget that. This has helped more people than it's probably disgruntled, innit? Do you know what I mean?
But he's used money to buy a house for his family.
Yeah,
so.
and that's the thing with charity, innit? Yeah. I say to my mum, and this is the thing, this is the type of stories that make us cynical about charities. Like, when you see, like, money being donated to charities, and you see charities asking for money all the time, and then what you don't see about the charity is that they have these great big fucking corporate dues with all dinners and that, and people, black tuxedos, and then people and their executives in like Mercedes motors and stuff like that. He actually bought an Audi, like, and I think to myself, well, do you need that? It's like, as if you're really about a charitable cause, are you really needing to go in like such an extravagant motor? Just buy a Qashqai or something like that.
This
if you
is
want
why
a motor.
I'm so sceptical about donating.
Well, that's
people
the thing,
come up
yeah.
to me, I just don't do it because I need to know what that company does.
That's the thing. That's the thing. But again,
Do you know what makes me laugh talking about this? Do you know in petrol garages when it says,
yes or no?
The amount of people behind the desk that press no for you,
Yeah,
that says it all. That they don't want the money to go
because
there.
they don't want the money to go there, or they just know everyone's going to press no because it's a liberty.
But a few of them press no. They must know where the money's going.
That is a liberty, innit? I mean, you even get it in like McDonald's, don't you?
Yeah.
They'd ask you, do you want to round it up to such and such? You put it. No, I don't. No. No, thank you.
You don't know where it's going.
No.
And it's not where you don't want to donate and help, but you just don't know where that money's going.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah.
I want to say is like the BBC did this investigation into this gentleman, and they went into so in depth. Yet there's a lot of questions out in the world. You know, you were talking about the corporate stuff about children needing Red Nose Day. Like,
yeah,
there was a news report.
Yeah, these are BBC charities.
Yeah.
So where's all that money going, BBC?
And there was, I can't remember exactly when, but it was quite a few years ago. But there was a lot of articles in the news in regards to where the money was going, because there was a lot that was unaccounted for.
Yeah. Are you investigating yourselves, BBC? The star people in glass houses, BBC? Yeah? The old mainstream media? Right, let's get on to the next one anyway before we go cutting the BBC down. All right,
Safety concerns.
Safety concerns. Former employees reported serious safety violations, including unqualified staff working on dangerous jobs. One incident involved an engineer smoking next to a leaking boiler, potentially deadly oversight. Oh, listen, stop hamming that up, right? He wasn't. He might have not been. I see this. He might have been unqualified, but he had a registered engineer with him.
Was he with him though? That's
what
the
was
question.
the boiler leaking? I think in question they were saying it was a carbon monoxide. It's not flammable, carbon monoxide. All right, so shut up on that one. And he would have turned the gas off. And if he was smoking, yeah, it's not very good practice smoking in somebody's house. But it was a smoker's house. They let him smoke, and they're just trying to like throw. We've all smoked at work when we were smokers. Yeah, just get lay off of it. Yeah, that's just that means shit to me. That misleading fundraising appeals. Despite holding significant cash reserves, DEFA frequently posted appeals for more donations, claiming financial distress. Mr. Anderson admitting these appeals were misleading. Yeah, he did. He did admit that. I see that as well. And apparently.
I think there's no wrong with asking for more money as long as it's being used. Like if you wanted to grow the team to help more people.
Yeah, but don't say that you're struggling.
Yeah.
That's
he said he was 8% down or something.
When they asked him that, he said he was 8%. He went, "Oh, actually, you've made how much?
1.2 million.
1.2 or 1.5 million
I think
extra than last year." He goes, "Well," he goes, "I just see it as that was it's not very good maths, James." Do you know what I mean? It weren't very good maths. James Anderson has publicly apologised for his actions, acknowledging mistakes and promising to make amends. He cited harassment and online trolling as factors contributing to his errors, but accepted responsibility for misleading and exploitative practices. This scandal serves as a stark reminder of the importance of transparency and integrity, especially in organisations built on public trust and goodwill. As tradespeople, it's crucial to uphold these values in our work and community interactions. Right. Now, I'll say to that, he only apologised because he got caught out, right? Because that's the only time people apologise, because he hasn't brought it up. And he said, "Hang on a minute, I've got to make a, I've got to."
Do you think he'll get done for this? Do you reckon they'll go any further?
No,
Depends if
the charity would. The thing is, it's terrible because the charity really does help people out.
Yeah.
It's helped so many
we're
people
not
out.
slandering exactly what he does, but
No, I don't want to slander anyone. We're just
decisions.
making something that's out in the public domain. Everyone knows about it. Yeah,
that's why they say money's the devil. That's what makes you do things like this.
It means like he's not come out and with an admission off his own back saying, "Look, I've done a few things." You'd have got more respect for it if that. But he's been caught out. But back to the BBC, yeah,
hypocrites.
They're hypocrites, and big organisations built on public trust. Public trust? What public? The public don't trust the BBC whatsoever. TV licensing, where's all that money go to? Yeah, what does that fund? What sinister secrets from the past has the BBC got? Yeah? Oh, built on public trust?
Shall I close this conversation?
Shut up, BBC, you mugs. But altogether, it's it's what it is, isn't it? Yeah. You know what I mean? And now, if ever I want to get famous, the BBC won't touch me.
So on that note, that wasn't a bad show, really, was it?
It's all right, wasn't it? It weren't too bad.
I was going to say, if anyone wants to come on as a guest...
Yeah, if you'd like to be on the show as a guest...
then send us a message on Instagram, a little bit about yourself.
If you've got something good story or something, yeah.
Let us know if you want to come on. This week, who is our episode this week for the guest?
Yes, Lawton Tubes and PB Plumber are on Thursday's episode, so make sure you tune into that. I'm going to stop trying to lean on my hand with my chin as I do in every episode. I don't know why I do that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for listening again.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
All right, this has been another episode of Off the Job podcast.
Thanks for watching the show on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and all other streaming platforms.
If it's your first time watching or not, make sure to subscribe below and follow us on all the big social media stuff like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
For our overtime show on Monday, send us in your stories and comments for it to be read out on the show. Send it in via email, direct message through our social media accounts, or WhatsApp us on 07457 406 259.
And we'll see you on the next episode.